Everybody, I just would like to say at the beginning of this video, thank you for everybody that's been subscribing to my channel. Thank you for all of the support that I've been getting through this very emotional and rewarding time. And thank you for all of my birthday wishes the other day as well. That really meant a lot. So let's get on to the video. And today I think I would like to cover a really good subject about fear and anxiety that you tend to go through when you're going through a breakup with one of your partners. It could be male or female. It doesn't matter. What matters is how do you cope with the fear factor of not quite knowing what the future is going to hold for you. So the way I've kind of thought about this is, the fear and the anxiety is all about the unknown and what I don't know is going to be in the future and what I don't know is going to happen. But we don't really know anything in the future because nothing is really predicted. If I'm lucky enough, I wake up every morning and I'm alive and I've got a chance to do something about my life for that day. So if we really think about this, my greatest fear at the moment is, do I stay here in the north of Sweden? Do I leave and go back to the UK? Do I move into an apartment, or do I do what I've been thinking about doing for a while? And that's I've got my camper van. I could van life it for a while, live between a few of my friends and a few other people's houses, which I've been offered very kindly, and that way then I can always wash my clothes. My van's insulated. I've got a really good heating system in there, so that's a good option for me. But it's terrifying at the same time. Here I am, I'm coming close to my 50th year on this planet, and I'm going through a divorce, and I'm going to currently be homeless in the next month and a half, 2 months. So I've got to make a lot of big decisions. And I could think to myself, okay, how do I know I'm making the right decision? Well, I never will until I do it. What I've got to do is rely on the fact that I can cope with whatever happens. No matter how difficult it's going to be, everything is going to be there to teach me a lesson about how I can grow and what I need to do to grow. So if we don't give ourselves the opportunity to kind of go through this and to come out the other end, we're never going to know what's going to be there. Because if I played it safe, realistically, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not that type of person that's ever played life safe. So I've got to basically take the bull by the horns and go for it. And the anxiety and the way I'm feeling, it's natural because I've been comfortable with Anna. I've had this comfort of being in a relationship, having somebody there that I can rely on, somebody there to pick up the pieces, somebody there if I was ill or I really injured myself, there was somebody that could actually take the dogs out. And if she was ill, I could take the dogs out. So we've constantly had this support from each other, and now that's going to be taken from me, and it's quite enlightening because it made me realize that most of the things that I thought were predictable are not anymore. And you have to face all of these things. You have to face the fear and the anxiousness and think, take a deep breath, I'm going to be okay. I've got good friends, I've got family still alive, my mom and dad are still alive, my brother's around, I've got people I know really well in the UK, I've got a van, I've always got a bed because I've got my van, and no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. I've got maybe some work lined up in the next month or so, and it's all going to work out for me. It's just the insecurity of really, because I've not been in this situation for 17, 18 years maybe, that I've been single and I've been now having to take care of all of the things that basically we've been sharing in a relationship. It's oh my God, this is scary, but it's quite exciting as well. So facing the fear and the anxiety and knowing that you're not the only one that's going through this, knowing that there's lots of other people going through this, I'm far worse, because I've come out of a good relationship and we're supporting each other, and leaving that comfort zone is stepping out into the unknown is scary. But for some people, they're stepping out of abusive relationships or bad relationships, or when somebody's been unfaithful and been really horrific towards them. So they've stepped out of what was a comfortable situation they've been fooled into. Then they were abused, and then they've got to not only get over walking out of this relationship broken and walking out of this relationship with all of these problems, they've got to then try and find their independence as well. So really my situation is nowhere near as serious as that if I put it in relativity. You know, I have somewhere to sleep, I've got a roof over my head, I've got friends, I've got a support network, I've got all of the things that I need. Some people have nobody and they have to walk out, and that's far braver than what I'm doing. So, you know, I pay respect to those people that have really been through hell and back, and how they've got out of that, I don't know, because this is tough. I can't even imagine what it must be like for somebody that's been through a relationship like that. So sending some love to people which are going through worse than me, but giving myself love and telling myself that I've got this, no matter what happens, I've got this, and I can do this, and I can pull this shit together. It's all gonna be fine. Oh, a deep breath. Okay, let me just show you the view. It's absolutely stunning here. I just thought I'd sit down for 5 minutes with the dogs. Look at this. Oh man, I'm gonna miss this area. If I move from here, I'm gonna miss this area. What about you, Jack? You've been in the water? Look at the state of you. Milo, what about you? Have you been in the water? Loads of kids and people up on the beach over here on a Sunday. Oh man, so lucky to have experienced this. You're cold and wet now, aren't you? You're cold and wet because you've been in the water again. Yeah, you do it to yourself every time. Look, you shivering. You're a bloody mental case, Jack. You'll never change. That's why I love you. All right, this is me signing out with this wonderful view and sending some love. Okay, bye-bye for now from Sweden. And there he goes barking.